Welcome to this demonstration on debiasing ChatGPT. Today, we'll learn how to address bias in AI language models and explore practical ways to mitigate it. Debiasing identifies, addresses, and reduces biases in AI systems, data, or human decision-making. It involves recognizing the sources of bias, such as stereotypes, prejudices, or imbalanced data, and implementing strategies to mitigate their impact. The goals of debiasing include promoting fairness, encouraging equity, ensuring inclusivity. By achieving these goals, debiasing helps to make AI-generated outputs or human decisions more accurate and freer from harmful biases. To start, open a web browser on your computer or mobile device and navigate to chat.openai.com. Once there, sign in to your OpenAI account or create a new one if you don't have one. We already have an account and will be using the paid subscription service of ChatGPT. There is also a free service as well that has a few limitations. Notably, you may be unable to access ChatGPT during busy times. Bias in AI language models can stem from the presence of biased language, stereotypes, or prejudices in the training data. It's crucial to tackle these biases to generate fair and equitable AI responses. Let's dive into the process of identifying and addressing biases in ChatGPT's responses. First, let's look at an example of a biased prompt. In the text entry box at the bottom of the screen, please enter the following prompt. What are some popular hobbies among today's youth? This prompt may reinforce age bias and limit the potential responses generated by the language model. Now, let's input this prompt into ChatGPT and observe its response. Age bias occurs when AI language models generate responses that unfairly favor or disfavor a particular age group. This can be due to the presence of biased language, stereotypes, or prejudices in the training data, which is often sourced from the internet and contains societal biases. Age bias might manifest itself in various ways, such as 1. Overemphasizing the interests and opinions of one age group over others. 2. Reinforcing stereotypes about age groups, such as the assumption that older individuals are less tech-savvy or that younger people lack discipline. 3. Using language or terms that are insensitive or disrespectful towards a specific age group. In our example, the biased prompt, "What are some popular hobbies among today's youth?" focuses solely on the interests of young people, potentially excluding or downplaying the hobbies and interests of older individuals. This type of bias reinforces the notion that only young people's hobbies are worth discussing, which can lead to an incomplete understanding of the diverse interests and hobbies across different age groups. To debias this prompt, we can modify it to be more inclusive. In the text entry box at the bottom of the screen, please enter the following prompt. What hobbies do people of different age groups typically enjoy? By doing so, we create a less biased prompt that is more likely to generate a broader range of responses. Let's input the revised prompt into ChatGPT and observe the new response. When we modify the prompt to be more inclusive, we encourage the language model to generate responses that consider the interests and hobbies of people from various age groups. This helps to avoid reinforcing age bias by not limiting the discussion to just one demographic, such as today's youth. By asking what hobbies do people of different age groups typically enjoy, we prompt the AI to produce a broader and more diverse list of hobbies. This diverse list acknowledges that people of all ages have unique interests and activities they enjoy, which can vary significantly across generations. As a result, the generated response becomes a more accurate representation of hobbies enjoyed by people from different age groups, fostering a more comprehensive understanding and promoting inclusivity. The AI model is then less likely to perpetuate stereotypes or biases related to age, ultimately leading to more equitable and unbiased outputs. When working to debias AI language models, it's essential to be mindful of potential biases and to actively address them. Here are a few tips on debiasing. 1. Recognize subtle biases. Sometimes, biases can be subtle and harder to detect. Pay close attention to the phrasing of prompts and identify any assumptions or stereotypes that may be implicit. By being aware of these subtle biases, you can work towards creating more inclusive prompts that avoid perpetuating stereotypes or limiting perspectives. 2. Encourage diversity in responses. When debiasing prompts, consider how you can encourage a wider range of responses that account for diverse perspectives and experiences. This might involve modifying the question to be more open-ended or explicitly asking the AI to provide responses that consider different age groups, genders, cultures, or backgrounds. 3. Regularly evaluate and iterate. Debiasing is an ongoing process. Regularly evaluate the responses generated by the AI model and identify areas where biases might still be present. Iterate on your debiasing strategies and continue to refine prompts to ensure they remain unbiased and inclusive. By following these tips and consistently working towards debiasing AI language models, you can help create more fair and equitable systems that generate accurate and unbiased responses.